What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to LIFG, and today we're going to be doing a video on Eternal card game. The new set, the Dusk Road, is out, so we're going to go over the patch notes, and then we're going to open up the packs that we got from doing the event and log it in just now. Okay. The new message of the day system is now live. Keep an eye on the titles to the right for patch notes, game updates, event notifications, and new products. So new sets here. New totem, Night Lurker. Night Lurker reacts to the cycles of the Nightfall mechanic, change in visuals and interactable components based on the state of night. Uncover the long forgotten grenadin, but don't let it get too close to the water. And that costs 900 gems. Okay, wow. That's expensive. Alright, so patch notes for 1.27. New set, the Dusk Road. A new set hits Eternal with over 275 new cards and new mechanics. So, that's a lot of cards. The draft format has changed to draft the new set alongside both the Empty Throne and Omens of the Past. The Dusk Road, Omens of the Past, the Empty Throne, the Dusk Road. The new set is now available for purchase from the store and can be crafted via Shiftstone. New theme decks are now available for purchase in the store. And this is the totem we just went over already. We don't need to go over that again. Limited time premium avatar. The Snowman premium avatar is available for 300 gems for a limited time. Snow falls on the profile screen and around you on the playmat. Includes custom emote. Thumpity thump thump. Okay, so we're gonna grab that just to see what it looks like. It's only 300 gems versus the totem, which is a lot more expensive. Gauntlet Forge season ends. So progress for all players has been reset in both Gauntlet and Forge. New AI opponents have been added, including new bosses in the Gauntlet. Some existing AI decks have been updated to include cards from the new set. Additionally, Forge will now always grind faction experience in the 2 drafted factions, regardless of how many cards are drafted from each faction. That's good. That's good. Reward update. Packs from season rewards, rank up chests in the Gauntlet and Forge, and the free pack awarded for first win of the day have all been updated to give packs from the Dusk Road. That's good. I'm happy about that. Packs from standard chests have been updated to randomize between the Eternal Throne and Omens of the Past, weighted according to the number of cards in each set. I'm also fine with that change as well. These are 2 good changes I like for the reward update. Reckless update. Reckless is now considered a battle skill. So, obviously there's pros and cons to this. It means units that can get random battle skills, or people playing... I forgot what the relic's called right now, where when you draw a unit it gets a battle skill. That it means those units can now get Reckless, which Reckless is not a pro in those cases at all. So I'm okay with this change. I'm kind of okay with this change. I don't play a lot of Reckless units anyways, nor do I play Crown. That's what it's called. It's called Crown. I don't play Crown either, but I think that's okay. UI updates. All queue and loading screens have been updated with a new visual treatment. Additionally, loading games has been reworked to now preload while you're in queue. Gauntlet, Forge, and Draft have been updated with new animated key art. Purchasing packs in the store has been redesigned to remove confusion around which set you're purchasing. I don't really purchase much of packs from the store or anything, but okay. It was a bit confusing, for the record. The message of the day has been redesigned to give us the ability to provide more up-to-date information beyond just the patch notes. Premium relics now have a generic premium effect that plays on the relic holder. Premium card hangers now have a premium frame. Okay. Interesting to see what that looks like. Mobile performance. We've made multiple improvements to mobile performance in 1.27, specifically with regards to Android load times. As always, please send us feedback concerning any performance changes you experience. So I'm playing on Steam right now. I don't play this game on mobile very often. I do have it on my tablet, but I don't play it on there very often. Bug fixes, client fixes, general. Unowned copies of cards in Crate all should now properly highlight red as unowned. Disconnecting while downloading data when you first open the game should no longer cause subsequent logins to be in broken states. As for the UI, Using a mouse with a touchscreen device should no longer cause tooltips to remain on screen indefinitely. Card hangers in extended deck view should no longer block input for being able to add or remove cards. Locking windows or putting your PC to sleep would sometimes cause a client to switch to max resolution. This should no longer occur. I've never experienced that myself, but then again, I've never locked or put my PC to sleep while I'm playing Eternal. Gameplay. Copied units should no longer permanently retain temporary buffs. This was an issue with mirror image. Sometimes you would give a unit +3/+3 or something like that and copy it, and the copied version would keep the buffs sometimes, so I guess that means that will no longer be a thing. That's good. Stolen spells should now correctly lose damage modifications from cards like Cloud Snake Harrier or Bold Crafter Shaman. I didn't know that was an issue. I'm glad to hear it's fixed. And card fixes. Vorprex the Great Ruin should now have text on the choice cards he presents. Okay, so this was always kind of vague. If you pay attention, you can see where to choose, but they'd give you 2 card arts to sack your hand or discard your hand or sack the units, and the cards would have nothing on them, but I think either above or below it would show it. So I'm glad they're gonna fix that. Watchwind Conscript should no longer play his summon VO if he has Echo when drawn. Auric Interrogator should now always draw you a card prior to the discard effect of Zindel's Gift. The way this would work before this update was you discard your hand to Zindel's Gift, and then the Interrogator would trigger and ping you, and you draw a card, and you get to keep the card. So, I mean, this is the right way to do it. That was just a phase issue, I guess. Lava Blood Goliath should now correctly deal its overwhelm damage to the opponent if the unit hit by its summon ability dies in response to the ability. Okay. Dawnwalker returning to play should no longer suppress the summon ability from Direwood Prowler. Dawnwalker returning to play should no longer suppress the Mentor ability from Nostrix Lord of Visions. Torgoth Icecap Trader should no longer retain bonuses he received if he is stolen. I never experienced this, but I'm guessing they mean if you play Torgoth, you have 15 cards in your graveyard and they take it, he was retaining that buff, I guess. I never experienced this. Bad News should no longer leave a permanent VFX on the avatar if it was negated. Okay, some good changes there. We're gonna go to the store. We're gonna look at the new premium avatar. Where is it? Can we view it from here? I bet we can't even look at it. Let's see. I mean, this never gives you the full effect, but I see the snow falling. That's cool. Okay, I have a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like. I'm sure it's going to look a bit more extravagant on screen when you're in game, but that's fine. Okay, so let's open our 25 packs of the new set. It's going to be a bit slower because I obviously don't know all the new cards. Milos Izalio, Heir to Rebellion. So it's a 3-mana 2/3. When Milos attacks while wielding a weapon, you get +2 power this turn. Okay. So he can ramp you into something bigger the following turn, and Gunslinger ally double damage. It says right there, ally does something the first time you have a unit of the name type. So that's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good. I'm guessing you're going to be running this guy in a Gunslinger oriented deck. So you drop him turn 3, and turn 4 he swings with a weapon, a cheap weapon, and you're probably up to 5 mana if it's a 1 mana weapon or something like that, and potentially double damage as well. So that's pretty good. Not a bad curve either. Common. Not really going to go over the commons. Bellowing Thunderfoot. 7 mana 4/5 with Bond. Bond. When played, you may exhaust another unit of the same type to reduce this card's cost by the extended unit's power. I knew what that did, but I'm gonna read out some of these abilities in case you don't. When you bond Bellowing Thunderfoot, stun enemy unit. This is probably pretty good in draft. Pretty expensive for constructed though. First Watch, 5 mana, you gain 8 life, and you trigger Nightfall. This isn't bad. The first Nightfall card played in turn makes it night and extends it by turn for each player. When you start a turn at night, draw an additional card and take 1 damage. And the last uncommon is Hellfire Oni. 4 mana 3/3 with the ultimate. When you play a weapon on Hellfire Oni, play an additional copy of that weapon on her. Huh. Okay. And I'm going to go over these because I have actually not seen these before. So, you gain a red. Then if you have 4 red, create and draw a 1/1 Grenadin. I like that they've added new lands or new power cards. And these abilities, if you're running 2 colors or 1 color, you can definitely throw some of these in. So if you have 4 justice here, you gain 1 armor. Alright, let's move on to the next pack. I can't go over every common and uncommon, otherwise this video is going to be way too long. Okay, we got Purge the Darkness. 3 mana, and it deals 4 damage to the enemy player and ends Nightfall. Okay. So right off the bat, it's 4 damage for 3 mana. You're probably going to see this in some Rushdown decks. Or some Fire Primal decks for sure. Moonlit Gargoyle. 5 for 5/3. Summon, Nightfall, and Flying at Night. Okay. Curse of Taxation. The cursed player has -1 maximum power. I can see this being run in a few decks. Okay. Entomb. Give one of your units +1/+1. So even without the Entomb, this guy is a 4/4 for 3 mana. So I can definitely see this being played in draft. Whether or not it would make constructed lists, you might see it in a few random Combre decks. But that's a really good mana to power ratio. The reason I'm doing it this way instead of going through the entire set is that's going to take way too long. Just do this. Anyone can look at the cards as they get them. Curse of Vengeance. Huh. This is a good card. They have lands like this in Magic, obviously. So it comes into play tapped or depleted in this case, and you get to scry. Scout is scry. Look at the top card of your deck. You may put it on the bottom. So 100% this is a card that's going to be run. You're already going to be playing, especially if it's a control deck, you're already going to be playing power that's going to be coming to play depleted. You might as well get to look at the top card of your deck and decide what to do with it. Panoptic Guardian is 6 for a 2/5 with Ambush. And Fate, you see the top card of each deck this turn. Not a big fan of this. And Battlefield Scavenger, we've all seen, or most of us have seen from playing the tournament over the weekend. 2 mana 1/3 with Warcry, ultimate pay 5 to draw Valkyrie from your Void and give it Warcry. And the final card, Roland's Intervention. I haven't seen this one before. So give an enemy unit -3 power this turn, or give a unit or weapon in your hand +1/+1, or give one of your Valkyrie Aegis. This is a good card. So first of all, it only costs 1, and second of all, it's a fast spell. So this can change combat, or just save one of your units by giving it Aegis. This is really good. This is actually something that I am gonna put in my Valkyrie deck. Can definitely fit this in there. This is really good. I say my Valkyrie deck, but really it's an Armory deck. It just runs the most Valkyries. Ooh, a legendary. Now we're talking. Sky Terror, 6 mana 5/5 flyer with Warcry. I'm already sold. When Sky Terror attacks, exhaust all enemy units without flying. So this guy is basically designed to attack for the win. He attacks and all your units on the ground get to attack for free. This is a solid card. Not an amazing card, but it's a solid card. If it had charge, it would be pretty busted. But I like that. Already went over him. Crackshot Fugitive is 2 for a 2/2. When Crackshot Fugitive attacks, she gets +1/+1 this turn for each of your units wielding a weapon. Okay, sure. And Family Charter. 1 mana relic. Summon, you get to scout. Pay 6 and sacrifice Family Charter to draw 2 cards. This is not a bad card. Some people would already run spells that make them scout. So you get to do that with this, and there's upside. So you can see, you probably see this in control decks. I'm not really going to be going over many commons, but this drew my eye. Disjunction, it's a fast spell, and you can either draw an attachment from your void or kill an enemy attachment. I think that's pretty good, and definitely a card that I'll be running. Accelerated Impact. Your units get +1/+1 and deal their health and battle damage instead of their power this turn. That can kill someone. That could be the end of the game if people aren't expecting it. I like that card. Storm Talisman. Summon, scout. Once per turn you may pay 8 to deal 2 damage to an enemy. Again, this is a control deck finisher. We already looked at him. And we got Tower Shield for 6 +1/+3. Summon, you gain 2 armor equal, or you gain armor equal to the wielder's health. Okay. Sure. So we already got 1 legendary, which means the rates are better than the last set. Dark Veil Agent, 2 for a 2/2. So you got a bear. And summon Nightfall. When you start your turn at night, your unseen get Aegis. That's pretty good. Now this card dies to pretty much every removal spell in the game, so for it to last until your turn again is a bit iffy, but if it does, that's a pretty strong ability. Oni Gunright, 6 for a 5/3. Gunslinger ally, Warcry, and Tomb, draw a weapon from your void. Okay, I can see him being run as a one-off in even Armory deck. Rampart Protector, 2 for a 1/1. When one of your Valkyrie dies, play a 2/2 soldier. Okay. And we got a dinosaur. So Frenzied Omnivore, 5 for a 4/3. When an enemy unit dies, Frenzied Omnivore gets +1/+1. Summon, you may discard a card to give Frenzied Omnivore a killer. That's good. See right there, that versatility? That versatility makes this a pretty solid card in my opinion. Ooh, we got a premium one. I'll take that. Okay, so Yeti Sage, 2 for 1/1, double damage, and Tomb, create and draw trail stories. This is a good card. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be running the Yeti deck anytime soon, but that's a good card. Common Cause. If 2 units in your hand share a type, gain an influence of your choice. Huh. They put some interesting power cards in this set. Okay, so the black one, the black Waystone gives Nightfall. Clutchmate, if any of you watched my video on the event, you've already seen what this card does. Pretty solid, pretty decent card, pretty solid card in a dinosaur deck. Valkyrie Cadet, 3 for a 1/1. Valkyrie Cadet has flying and double damage while wielding a weapon. Pretty good. Oh, she's actually a gunslinger and a Valkyrie. Interesting. The cursed unit can't block. And Twilight Hermit, when you start your turn at night, transform Twilight Hermit into a 5/3 Twilight Prowler with Reckless. Devastating Setback. The enemy player discards a spell or attachment of your choice from their hand, or each unit gets -2/-2. Okay, so versatility. Recycler, 3 for a 2/2. Ultimate, when one of your other units dies, create and draw a +3/+2 fix-it with Overwhelm. Already looked at you. And you're 3 for a 1/4 with flying. When you play Curse, he gets +2. Gonna start going through these a little bit faster. Once per turn, you may pay 2 to exhaust an enemy unit. After the third use, sacrifice Ruby Catalyst to play a 5/4 Sentinel. Not bad. And create and draw a 3/3 Dinosaur with Overwhelm if you have Dinosaur Ally. Let's move on. At the start of the cursed unit's turn, transform it into a random unit that costs 1 less. When it would cost 0, kill it. So, very slow process into killing a unit. But I mean, you play this on your turn and then it already changes what it was and just keeps going. Premonition Wisp, ultimate, when you gain health, play a 4/4. That's pretty good. In the right deck, that's pretty good. I'm going to focus mainly on the rare. Negate an enemy spell and put it into their hand. Interesting that... Okay, so time now has a counter spell. Nice. I'm okay with that. Hot Barrel Revolver, summon, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. If played on a gunslinger, you choose the enemy instead. Okay. Clutchmate again. Once per turn, you may pay 5 to draw a card. Not opposed to using that. It's pretty slow. If it cost even 4, it would be a lot better. So 4 for 3/3, +2/+2 for each of your other units wielding a weapon. Pay 4 to play a 1/1 weapon on one of your other units. That actually seems pretty strong. That's not an ultimate. Huh. So 5 for a Stirring Sand. Play a Sentinel from your Void. For each of your explorers, you may pay 2 and exhaust it to play an additional Sentinel from your Void. I'm just looking at this really quick because it's 3 for a 3/3 with charge and lifesteal. Okay, Crest of Fury, I'll take that. You get to scout when you play it. So they made one for every faction combination, it looks like. 8 mana, Dinosaur Stampede. Your dinosaurs get +1/+1 this turn for each of your dinosaurs. So this is kind of like a Craterhoof effect for dinosaurs. Okay. Except I don't think it said Overwhelm. Another Clutchmate. Another Purge the Darkness. Hey, we got another one of these Scrylands. Nice. 3 mana, 2/3 flying, Warcry. Your units wielding weapons are deadly. I like that. Four for 1/1 Entomb, kill an enemy unit. Sure, on the right deck, that card can be fun. Deadly Confrontation. Kill an enemy unit. For each of your unseen, you may pay 2 and exhaust it to kill an additional enemy unit. Okay, so this is for the unseen deck. Almost done. Already seen you. Okay, so the blue Waystone gives Aegis. That's strong. That's pretty strong. I think I'm gonna fit a couple of these into my Primal Shadow deck. It'll fit right in. And finally, we get Shieldsmith. 4 for a 0/5 with lifesteal. When you lose armor, Shieldsmith gets that much power. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna wrap the video up here because it's been pretty long so far. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys are gonna be playing this new set anytime soon down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you like the content.